quiet suburb, a warm summer evening, a neighborhood where nothing ever happens, until it did. On June 15th, 2023, the peaceful town of Briarwood was rocked by the brutal murder of 28-year-old Emily Carter, a case so shocking it left investigators and an entire town searching for answers. Part 1: Introducing the Victim. Photos of Emily Carter with friends and family appear on screen. Voiceover. Emily Carter was known for her warm smile and kind heart. She worked as a teacher at Briarwood Elementary, loved volunteering at local charities, and was engaged to her high school sweetheart, Ryan Matthews. Friends described her as the light of the room, someone who couldn't possibly have enemies. But on that fateful night, Emily's life was cut tragically short. Part 2: The Night of the Murder. Reconstruction footage of the night. Ominous music builds. Voiceover. It started like any other evening. Emily had just returned from a dinner date with Ryan. Around 9:45 p.m., neighbors reported hearing a loud scream. When police arrived at Emily's home, they found her lying lifeless in the living room. The cause of death: a single stab wound to the chest. Cut to crime scene photos, blurred for sensitivity. Voiceover. What was even more chilling was the lack of evidence. No signs of forced entry, no fingerprints, just Emily, her blood-stained dress, and an eerie silence that hung over the scene. Part 3: The Investigation. Police footage and interviews with detectives. Voiceover. Investigators worked tirelessly, combing through Emily's life for any clues. Who could want her dead? Her fiancé, Ryan Matthews, was the first person questioned. After all, he was the last person to see her alive. But Ryan had an alibi. He was seen on security cameras at a local gas station at the time of the murder. Images of a mysterious text message on Emily's phone. Voiceover. Then, detectives found a clue: a text message on Emily's phone sent just an hour before her death. It read, "I'm outside. Let me in." The sender: unknown. Part 4: A Shocking Twist. Footage of a courtroom or news headlines appear on screen. Voiceover. The investigation took a dramatic turn when a neighbor reported seeing a dark figure leaving Emily's home that night. The person was wearing a hoodie and gloves, making identification nearly impossible. Weeks turned into months, with no arrests and no leads. The case went cold, until one piece of evidence changed everything. Footage of a detective holding up a small object. Voiceover. A button, found near the crime scene, matched a jacket owned by Emily's co-worker, Sarah Miller. Sarah, a fellow teacher, was reportedly jealous of Emily's engagement and had a history of conflicts with her. Under interrogation, Sarah confessed to being at Emily's home that night but denied involvement in her death. Part 5: Trial and Verdict. Footage of a courtroom sketch and dramatic voiceover. Voiceover. The trial captivated the nation. Prosecutors painted Sarah as a jealous and vengeful woman who snapped in a moment of rage. The defense argued that there was no hard evidence linking Sarah to the murder. But after weeks of testimonies and a damning revelation from a forensic expert, the jury reached a verdict: guilty. Sarah was sentenced to 25 years in prison. Part 6: The Aftermath. Footage of Emily's family holding a vigil, soft piano music. Voiceover. Emily's family continues to mourn her loss, keeping her memory alive through a foundation in her name. But for the town of Briarwood, the question still lingers. What truly happened that night? Was justice really served? Or does the real killer still walk among us? Conclusion. Dramatic music fades out, closing shot of Emily's photo with candles around it. Voiceover. Sometimes the truth is stranger and darker than fiction. Let us know your thoughts in the comments. Was Sarah guilty, or is there more to this story than meets the eye? Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more true crime stories. Stay safe out there.